Yeah.
Welcome back to PickledPirate podcast. I'm Pickles.
I'm Dr. Deej, and I'm going to do a quick segment on my thoughts and 2 cents on Lost. So, okay, here we go.
That show from the 19...
That show...
No,
It was 2006, I think, if we're wrong, sorry. But, so this show is great, and it starts out great. The first season and second season are awesome. And then, you know, it takes forever until you get to the end. And this is all spoilers, but like, you never figure out anything about the fucking island. You figure out like little things about it, and then the whole question is like, were they really dead the entire time? And my theory is like, each one that died on the island died. And then like, that whole time travel thing fucked with everything.
You think that's actually...
Yeah, because as I talked before, like there's fucking Desmond, and he's the constant between like that afterlife and the island, and so like everyone who meets up with him ends up dying on the island, and then they meet up with Desmond when they like didn't, or when they all got off the island. There's that like alternate universe that happened, that like whole weird thing where they like made it off the island, and Jack's going all crazy.
Is that at the end? Is that like the 4th season?
Yeah.
Because the first 2 seasons, they're all on the island.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like when some of them get off the island goes disappearing.
Season 3 and 4, they're off the island.
Yeah.
Most of them. And then 5 and 6, they're all back on the island.
Alright.
Right?
And then like...
So I don't get how Desmond's the constant.
Well, because he was in between for both when everyone was dying, and he was meeting everyone back up in the other life that they all met, and he was also...
Oh, you mean when they're off the island?
Yeah, and he was...
Desmond?
Yeah. And he was also the thing that like kept everyone together, and also the countdown on the island. And like he was the only person who could go in between when they blast him with all that fucking electricity. And like he's the only one who could like move the stone to have him like light fill out or darkness fill out and shit. I don't know where we're going with this, but I think everyone died, and that's at the end church scene where Ben's sitting there, and he's outside the church, and Hugo's like, "Yo man, you coming in?" He's like, "Nah man, it's not my time." And you never see Ben die on the island.
Yeah. Well, I think Desmond and Ben are like agents that work for the Light and the Dark, Jacob, and I forget the other guys, the dark guy.
Yeah.
I don't even think he has a name.
Nah.
I think Ben and Desmond, like Desmond's the good one, and Ben's supposed to be like the bad one, because Ben kind of leads them into like precarious situations, and he's always trying to like protect the island. And I think like the longer you stay on the island, the closer to hell you get. And like the light, that's where they kind of get off the island.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't get it enough.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of... I'm sure you have to be a theology scholar to get most of the references they make.
It's just like, what the fuck?
But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Desmond helps him get off the island, right? The first time?
Yeah, they like some of them.
But he has to get left behind.
But no, see what? All right.
And Ben's always trying to keep everybody on the island.
So they're in the helicopter, and then like the island disappeared because they turned the wheel. And those people time traveled, like Sawyer, and like all them time traveled with the island.
Yeah.
But like back to the 70s or something.
Yeah, when they were first building it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they were bad, so they had to stay on the island another turn while everybody else could get off of it. And it was like their chance to get to heaven, and their chance to like one last chance to...
So why was Jack going crazy when they were off the island?
Because I think the whole Lost thing is from Jack's point of view of Jack's purgatory, and Jack's the doctor. Jack has to save everybody, and he knows he hasn't saved everybody, and he can go to heaven right now, but he has to go back to the island because he knows like somewhere in his subconscious that he has to save everybody.
Damn.
And that's like the whole point of it.
Oh.
Right? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
I think that's why...
Makes more sense. I was confused.
Because Jack has to go back. That's like my little understanding of it, which could be completely wrong, so anybody call me out. Join the Pickle Pirate Party.
Right. was also disappointing. Still hard to watch when Locke dies. He's always the man.
Dude, Locke is my boy.
He's just the man.
See, and I think Locke is somehow was supposed to like take over for Ben after. I think Locke, because Locke's got that same thing Ben has. So they need to stay on the island, need to protect the island.
Yeah, but then he ended up being the bad thing.
Oh,
for like
that's
a
right.
hot minute. And they
See,
had to
that's
kill
why.
him.
Because Ben and like the dark side, they all want to stay on the island. They want people to stay there. That just further influenced him to stay there and take over Ben.
2 Locks on one island.
Doesn't one of them? Doesn't the bad guy die? Does Locke take over?
Yeah. So
Does he? At
no,
the end of it?
no, like like Locke dies when Ben
The
hangs
smoke
Locke.
monster or whatever.
No,
I haven't seen it in a while.
so like there Locke's off the island, and like Ben meets up with him and like is like, yo, I'll help you out, and Locke's like, okay, and like he shows up to the apartment and there's like a noose, and he's just like, you know what to do, and so like Locke like hangs himself.
Because he doesn't have his legs, right?
Yeah,
He's all
he-
super depressed
yeah,
again and everything. And
Yeah, so he dies.
also,
and so like he
in
dies.
Catholicism, it's a one-way ticket to hell, suicide.
There you go.
So I think that's how he's getting there. I don't know, because it's supposed to like blend every religion, and every religion's always like the light and the dark, and that's what Lost does really well. Is it stays super ambiguous and covers. That's why J.J. Abrams is my boy.
He is so good.
J.J. Abrams is my boy.
10 Cloverfield Lane. So
Have you
good.
seen that?
Oh yeah,
I want to see that.
it's on this.
Is it?
Yeah.
He didn't direct it or anything. He's just a producer, right? Because he was
Yeah.
making Star Wars when they made that.
It's, oh yeah, and Star Wars. Gosh.
Dude, if they just let him make every Star Wars, I'd be so okay.
I'd be so okay.
And I hate all you people that hate the new Star Wars because it's like A New Hope. Of course, it's like A New Hope.
Yes, just another reboot. Like everything always does. Think about this, people. Like with comics, look at every superhero that you have ever thought of. They've all either died and been brought back by like some crystal gem or another universe. They come back, or they just come back. Superman died a long time ago, people. Sorry to break it to you, the newcomers. He's dead.
No, he's back.
But
But he's back. And he's
Yeah.
dead. And he's back.
He's dead. He's back. They killed Batman. I know it sucks, but he's dead. He's dead too, yeah.
Yeah, Joker killed him the last time.
Yep.
That was a really good comic, by the way. Endgame. Endgame's so good. Scott Snyder. You're welcome to the PickledPirate podcast anytime.
Yeah.
I would love to pick your brain, man. You're an awesome storyteller.
Fantastic. Yeah. Think about it.
But yeah, what was I gonna say about J.J. Abrams? See, oh yeah, so like we've talked about this a couple times on the podcast. Different story archetypes. It's like the same thing with Star Wars. They all do the same thing, where it's like the big opening act, introduce a character, second act's tragedy, the character's lowest point, and then the third one's always the big finale, and that's what he's setting up in the new Star Wars movie. It's the same arc as like the first, or not the first three,
trilogy
but
that you watch.
the George Lucas original trilogy.
Right.
A New Hope. So he's setting up that same arc, and he wants it to flow the same way those do. It's like the main story arc of every Star Wars.
Strikes Back, right?
Dude, yeah, this next one that comes out, the 8th one, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna cry,
It's gonna be hard, man. Some shit's gonna happen.
and that's what's great. Because
It's
J.J. Abrams
gonna
knows
be-
that stuff,
yeah.
and what's good about Lost is he completely broke all that. I think.
Yeah.
Because there is like no real main character in Lost, even though it's supposed to be Jack. There really isn't a main character, so
Right.
so there's no real like archetype that he follows through that whole show, which is what I think makes it so good. It's he blends all
So
that
cool,
like
yeah.
light and darkness and different religions and stuff, and makes it all flow. But then at the same time, he can take Star Wars and do like the most traditional story type ever and nail it. So J.J. Abrams, you're doing great.
Doing great. Cheers to you. Also, what was the episode about? Remember the couple that gets like paralyzed by like the bee or the insect or something, and everyone thinks they're dead and they bury him with all the jewels. I know they find him later on, but that was just a weird episode. Just gonna throw that out there.
Sorry,
Bless you.
I sneezed. I
No,
was
that's
holding it
fine.
in so long.
Oh, just let it out.
I didn't want to disrupt
Happy
the pod.
sneezes. But
I don't remember that specific episode. Did it happen like way back in the day?
yeah.
And then they unburied?
Still when they're all on the beach. God, that's such a crazy long show.
It is a long ass show.
People to
It's crazy things only like 6 seasons, but there's like 24 episodes to each season,
and
and
they're
each of
all
them
like
an hour long.
yeah.
So
You try and
if you can
Netflix
do
power
math,
that.
better than us.
I'll tell you what it takes.
It's a lot. It's a lot of hours.
Took me about
So
just a whole spring.
yeah, me too. It took me like
Rest
a
one,
whole
just
season
went
to watch
through it.
that.
Powered through.
Right?
Watched Lost. Some tough shit to watch, man, too. You get towards the end, it's like, you know the fellers. No, fellas. I just wish the smoke thing was, like, cooler.
Yeah. Tool. I mean, they were
Dinosaur or
special
something.
effects weren't really that good to begin with in the Zeros. But and I mean it was on TV, so they don't really have the budget they do.
Right.
But you know who does, dude? Nowadays on TV, fucking Game of Thrones. They had some fucking landscape shots this last episode. They were beautiful,
Really?
but I'd still trade them all in just to have Ghost by John's side 24/7.
Yeah.
They leave him out a lot, and there's like I just want to see him
Get Ghost
by
back.
John's side all the time.
Get
I would
Ghost
rather you
back.
spend the money on that than those beautiful castles shots. Even though
Castle
they were
shots.
like they went to Bear Island this last episode.
Ooh.
Looked beautiful. Looked
Ooh.
way more tropical than I expected, but it was
Really?
still beautiful because it's in the north.
That's what I'm talking
So it's
about.
supposed to be a fucking frigid death island, but it looked tropical as shit. But anyways, still looked cool.
Still cool.
That shot of River Run too with the Lannister army fucking fading up the hill. That was a good shot too.
Damn.
River Run's cool. But I mean, I just want the dog.
Just
I
the dog.
traded for the
Bring
dog.
back the dog.
Bring Ghost right by John's side 24/7. Because you never know what that dog's doing.
You know who'd fix all of Winterfell and all of Westeros? Doctor Who. He would fix it all. He would just show up and be like, alright, come on. Or he would just show up at the moment, push the button and be like, I will give you guys one chance. I can take all you guys and the dragons out. Everything.
Everything. I feel like he would just get cut in half with a sword and start whipping out a little sonic screwdriver and be like, Wizard, burn it!
Jesus, like, Doctor Who's
What's
just
a blue
such
telephone
badass.
booth? Burn it! What is blue paint? Burn it! What's a bow tie? Kill a bow tie!
Kill the bow tie! Yeah. I wish they'd get this shit together and make Doctor Who right now instead of making us all wait, 'cause you can't see it on Netflix or Hulu, and I think that's a low move, BBC. It's a low move.
BBC used to be all over Netflix.
They used
They
to be
pulled them
cool,
all.
man. They used to
Used
party.
to have like Black
Used to
Mirror.
party all 24/7 with us.
Black Mirror is so good too.
Black Mirror. No. Let us watch those shows again. It's cool. Bring it back. BBC.
Come back to Netflix.
Come back to Netflix,
We
please.
love you.
Also, J.J. Abrams, thank you.
Oh, and Sherlock too, man. Sherlock's good.
Oh, Sherlock's great.
I haven't seen the new one yet. I want to though. Black Mirror though.
Never watched that.
You never watched Black Mirror?
No.
Oh my god, we're gonna go watch Black Mirror. You guys have a good night.
Alright, you guys. Enjoy.